Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We recite Rag Gaudi Cheti, the 43rd stanza of Kabir Ji's compositions in Gaudi, and the recitation. Dekho Bhai Gyan ki ai Andhi, सबे उडानी परम की टाटी, रहे न माया बांधी रहाओ। दो चिते के दोए थुने गिरानी, मोह बलेडा टूटा, तिसना छान परी तरे ऊपर, दुर्मत पांडा फूटा। आंधी पाछे जो जल बरख है, तह तेरा जन पीना, कह कबीर मन भया प्रगासा, उदय पान जब चीना. A short passage but profound. Kabir is describing the experience of self-knowledge, which he describes as a storm. Dekho Bhai, listen, my brethren, he says. Bhai, brother, brethren, also used to address the mind as a brother. Dekho Bhai, listen, my brethren. Gyan ki ai Andhi, the knowledge of good wisdom comes like a storm. Sabe udani, it blows away everything. And what he's referring to here as everything is the structures, our mental structures. Sabe udani, param ki tati, which he describes our mental structures as param ki tati. Tati is a structure, a hut structure, a thatched structure. And that, he says, is composed of doubt. Param ki tati. In other words, it is not true. It rests on shaky ground. So this knowledge that has come, or comes, it comes like a storm because it sweeps away the weave of doubt, param ki tati, and one is no longer tied to the strings of worldly entanglements. Sabe udani param ki tati, rahe na maya bandi. You're no longer bound. And we'll see what that means in a minute. And then, do chite ki doe thune girani. Do chite, the twin pillars of double-mindedness fall. Double-mindedness, the two pillars, the wavering mind. It wavers from point A to point B constantly. Those are the twin pillars, the polar opposites. The polarity of the mind is what he's referring to. Do chite ke doe thune girani. They fall. He's using the metaphor of a hut to describe how the structure of the ego-conditioned mind begins to crumble under the light of Guru wisdom. So, do chite ke doe thune girani, moho baleda tuta. Baleda is a beam. It's like the beam that supports the roof. And that is attachment. Double-mindedness, the pillars that hold up this structure, and the supporting beam of attachment, moho baleda, they fall. The roof is desire. Tishna shan padi tare upar. The roof of desire then crumbles. And the container of erroneous thinking splits. Durmat banda phuta, panda, the container, your intellect, which contains conceptual knowledge, is split. Andhi pache jo jal bark hai, the rain that follows a storm. And the rain here is symbol for self-knowledge. Andhi pache jo jal bark hai, the rain of self-knowledge, the rain that follows a storm. Teh tera jan pina, your servant is drenched in self-knowledge, meaning thereby that Gur wisdom leads to being drenched in self-knowledge, self-actualization, Naam. Naam is the rain that then falls on you. Keh Kabir, mane bhaya pragasa. After the storm, self-knowledge, Naam, reigns and bathes the servant devotee. And Kabir concludes by saying, Keh Kabir, man bhaya pragasa, uday pan jab china. The mind is illuminated with the light of self-knowledge, because the sun of Gur wisdom has dawned. Uday pan jab china, when I saw that. So Kabir has described the coming of knowledge, Gur wisdom, as a storm that blows everything in its path. By everything I mean your existing mental structures, because it restructures our existing knowledge base by broadening the frames of reference, giving us a new awareness and an expanded awareness. It is a storm because it is qualitatively different from ordinary discursive knowledge. This type of knowledge comes as direct, unmediated, intuitive awareness. It comes like the flash of a lightning. Because ordinarily what happens is we tend to confuse knowledge of the senses as real, whereas it is simply a model of reality. It's conceptual knowledge. It's not the true experience of the thing. Now, this is something, interestingly enough, that even the American transcendentalist Thoreau recognized, that we have these blind spots in our consciousness, when he said, we hear and apprehend only what we already half know. And the mystic Aldous Huxley also echoes Kabir when he speaks about the difference between knowledge and understanding. Understanding comes when we liberate ourselves from the old, so as to make possible a direct, unmediated contact. And this happens moment by moment of our existence. So Kabir's Gyan ki Andhi is not conceptual knowledge that can be exchanged with others through the symbolism of language, nor can it be acquired through the labor of study. It comes of its own accord. It comes as the Guru, Gur Prasad, the grace of the Guru. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.